Recorded. Okay. So this dashboard is like, okay, this is what's happening. This is what has happened in the last 24 hours, the last month, the last 12 months, the last 2 years. So it kind of gives you an overall view or report of what's happening. So when you first start, as you can see, this account is not set up to a bank, but it will.
Can you walk me through that process, Crystal?
What, connecting it to your bank?
Yeah. For example, I have my other business banking account.
Okay, so we can do that. We can
Yeah,
do that. So let me show you what will happen. So we'll go through this, connecting this, and then this is just an overview, how your cash is coming in, your profit and loss, and adding clients, adding your vendors, and then it kind of gives you an overview of a profit and loss statement. So when we first come in, we would connect our bank. So you would click this little radio button right here, and then it will take you here. And then it's going to ask you, select your bank. And Chase. You would, so connect Chase. Before you do that, open up another tab on your computer and actually open up the Chase account. Sometimes it's a lot easier if it's already, or you're already online with the online bank.
Right.
So just go to the new tab and just open that up.
So why don't you open up Chase?
Okay. Then once you do that, it's going to ask you to create a secure bank connection in seconds, and automatically imports all of the transactions up to 18 months. Or you can specify when you want it to start connecting. So what it will do is, using this a program called Plaid, it wants to authenticate your Chase account. So in order to do that, you should have your online account open. And after you do that, is because it's what it's basically doing is trying to connect and speak to the bank. Now, I don't have a Chase account over here, so it's not going to, mine's is not going to do that, but yours.
Why don't you let me put mine in?
Yeah. Well, I can let you put yours in if I'm sharing your screen. If you're sharing your screen, you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I am going to, here's Oscar. I'm going to allow you to share, and then you're going to hit the green square button and then share button, and then you're going to share your screen, and I'll walk you through it.
Okay, Oscar's in.
He is coming.
He's coming.
His name is there.
Yeah.
There's Oscar.
There's
Hello,
Oscar.
Greetings. Sorry I'm late.
Greetings, brother.
It's
Put your camera down a little bit so we can see all of your face. It's cutting your face.
I'm trying to avoid that, sir.
Say good morning to Crystal.
Good morning, Crystal. Great to meet you.
You as well. It's a pleasure. All righty. So are you ready to share your screen, Craig?
Yeah.
Okay. So go to the green button.
Share screen.
And then that very first box should hit that one. If your bank is in that in the picture, then that's what you want to do.
No, did you say share screen first?
I did. I set it up so that square screen, share screen.
Right. Okay.
And then you want to go, if your bank information is in the screen one, then that's the one you're going to click.
I don't see my bank information. I see banking.
Do you see
I see a bunch of screens? I see you.
Okay, so
and then a bunch of other screens that don't apply.
All right, so it's either the first, it's generally the first one.
Okay, the first one is you.
Okay, do you not see? Okay, so try That should be under basic. Let me think. Let me look. No, it would have to either be, it would have to be basic. It has to be either one or two.
Okay, I see a screen of you, and then I see a box saying whiteboard, and then iPhone, iPad, and then pricing payments, payment depot. That's just stuff
Okay,
that's
yeah,
on my
that's
screen.
just on screen. Try that one and see what happens.
Whiteboard?
No, not the whiteboard, screen one.
I don't see a screen one.
You
I
see
see,
screen two?
no. It says show all windows down at the bottom.
No. Before you is the white.
All of these are things I'm familiar with, you know, like my photos and stuff. I was in there.
Okay, yeah,
So
those are
these are
all.
just screenshots from my
All right, let me
previous thing. Should I close all of these?
yeah, no, don't do that. I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it and I'm going to share so you can see. Yeah, can you see mine? Let's see. Can you see that?
I think if I move mine, maybe. No, I just see you. I don't see your screen.
Okay. So,
Select the window application that you want to share.
let me see if I can
Oh,
walk.
well, maybe I'm supposed to click you. It says select
Yeah,
the window
yeah.
or application that you want to share.
Right, exactly.
So,
I have
and
to
you
stop sharing.
say share, right?
Yes.
Oh, wow, I don't know how we got here. I hit you. You are screen sharing. I'm
All righty,
screen
let me
sharing,
see.
but
Oh,
this
there
has
you, okay.
nothing
All
to
right.
do with nothing.
Okay, so let's go up. You got Home Depot. So that's
Stop
okay.
sharing.
Don't come back. Come back. I'm gonna get you there. Can you go back?
Do you see my screen share?
I see a blank screen.
A blank screen.
So I need you to.
Okay, you're highlighted on my screen, and that's when I should hit share.
Yeah.
To share with you.
There you go.
But I keep getting
there you
this.
go. That's fine. I want you to stay there. Go
Okay.
up there into the search box and put in Wave Accounting. It's probably already open on your screen, but that's okay. There you go. Accounting. Now hit return, hit enter. Click that very first one. Yes. And your account. There we go. Go to a dashboard. See on the left-hand side, it says dashboard. Okay. Now scroll down and connect your account. Is your bank open up there on one of those multiple tabs that you have open up there?
No.
Okay, so see that open tab on the end?
Yeah.
Okay. You can go ahead and put your open up your Chase. Oscar and I won't look at the number. It's already in. Just hit sign in.
Yep.
All right, now let's go back to Wave. Oh, they don't recognize you're using a different connection.
It's the device I use all the time, but let me see.
Yeah, it does some weird stuff from time to time.
Well, I'll just put in their code.
Especially with Chase.
Tell us how. So far. Code. One-time code. Where do they want me to put the code?
I think you already, right there. Do you have the code?
Yeah, I got the code.
So you put it right there in that one-time box?
Okay, one-time code goes there.
Okay. So now let's go back over to where it has the little zoom. With the little, it's the icon at the top.
1700 negative. I gotta go deal with that.
Okay, go
Oh.
up to go up to your, but we'll let you deal with that part. But before you do that, go up to the back up to where you opened up the tab for Chase and go back to the window before it.
Okay.
Oh no, that's Zoom. What happened to our Wave account? Oh, there it is. See in the middle, go over, you see the Wave up at the top. It's under, for me, is between your Google account, I guess, up next to the green star. Go up, go over, come to the right.
Right there.
Right in the middle.
Right there, share?
No. Keep going over. You're not at the Wave one.
I don't see wave. I'm in the Zoom drop down.
Yeah,
Right.
don't go, but we want you to go up above on the, okay, go over. See where your arrow is pointing? Keep coming to the right. Right now it says virtual lakeside. Now I want you to come over. Nope, go to the left. Way too many tabs open, dude. All the way over.
Right
There you
there,
go.
Wave.
That one. Click that. Okay. Now click Chase. Down. No. Go back over to Wave. Come back over to the Wave tab.
Yeah, the drop down keeps dropping down if I go too high.
No. Keep run over right there. Click that.
I click Wave.
Now take your.
Now go to the Chase tab.
Yeah, go to the Chase.
Got it. Okay.
There you go. Now connect the big blue button.
Oh.
And then connect. Continue.
Huh.
So it's connecting. It says they won't access your password or anything that you choose the accounts you want to connect, and you can stop sharing at any time. So now it's just giving you the information. So go down to the blue next. It's more telling you what they want. So they'll be connecting to the bank account and being able to bring the balances over. So next. Select the accounts that you want to connect to this account. All righty, so then next. Okay, so all of that is good. And then you go down to connect my account. Okay, it's still doing, almost done. And now you can click continue.
Okay.
All right, so basically it's going to import your transactions. So click that complete the bank, business complete, click that. And then save and continue.
Okay.
So we're not going to do that yet. So just kind of move over here to just click off to the side so we can get rid of that window. Just click anywhere on that page. Oh, no, maybe not. Then go here and it says view transactions, and then we'll come out of it, the blue button. And just say, I got that. Okay, so let's jump back over here to our left-hand side so I can show you, click the dashboard. So now it's showing the bank that it's connected to, and you can have as many accounts as you want. And then if you look over here on the right-hand side, it's showing you what the activity is in that bank account. So this is like when you first open up Wave, this is where you will go, and then it will help navigate you through what you need to do. So let's scroll down so we can see, you can see the bar chart on your cash flow. Come on down a little bit so you just have a basic idea. And then it shows you just an overview of a digital profit and loss.
Right.
And then it gives you a comparison, and then it shows you the breakdown of where the expenses are. So if you notice this big green area right here, they're all uncategorized because we haven't told it what we wanted it to do. Okay.
Right.
So that's what we have to do when we do our bookkeeping. Okay.
Okay, so question, Crystal, I just set up my LLC. Can I add Las Vegas digital card next?
Yes. So
So does Wave accommodate operating two businesses?
as many as you'd like.
Okay.
So let's go back. So if you want to add your other one, see where it says Las Vegas Digital, click that, and then it says create a new business.
Okay.
And then you'd go in and put the business information. The type of business. So that's a drop down. This is more of a
it's an advertising and marketing. So I think the closest thing to it would be consultants.
Yes.
We're not financial services. We don't make or sell a product.
You do provide a service though.
Yeah.
Click that one.
Okay.
And then it's going to ask you a little bit more detail in that second box, right below I provide a service. So drop that up above the, and then it should be able to say, it might be advertising down there. Does it? No. Other service-based business.
Telemarketing.
Say other service-based business.
I could do telemarketing.
Okay.
It has other service-based business.
Yeah, that's probably more.
Yeah, got it. And then type of organization is a corporation. Okay, save. Okay, so it's added twice, but that's fine.
Okay. All right. So and it'll add as many businesses as you want. If whatever you want to track the income coming in and the out and the expenses going out. So it'll do that as many times as you want. Okay.
So why isn't Thelma LLC up here? The business that we just added with we added
obviously you all obviously had already added this.
Got it. Yeah, I had already added Las Vegas digital card, but
is this second one supposed to be something different?
Yeah, should have been Thelma LLC, one of them, but I can go back and
you can go back and edit that.
Yeah, I can go back.
Because you haven't added any bank or anything to that, so you can go back and adjust that one.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then yeah, because right now you have two of the same, but yeah, you can go back in that second one, because the first one we have a bank account attached to it, so we don't want to edit that one. We should edit the second one.
No, I think we want to edit because it's a different bank account it's going to be different. I can figure that part out though.
Yeah.
Let's not waste a lot of time here.
Yeah, that's the first one that was already in there. So that one you just added that one bank account to.
Right.
All righty. So now go over. So select the one that we just connected the bank to. Is that one?
As far as
go back over here to the left hand side. Yeah, this one's all in. So this is the one you added already.
Yeah, this is the one I added already. I just need to figure out which one the bank account was attached to.
This one.
It was attached to this one.
Yes. So now
Okay.
go over to the
How do you
dash
know that? How do you know that?
because this is the first one that's going to be in the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So go to your back. So now the dashboard, we want to go to sales so I can show you all that it does. So under sales, anything to do with money coming in and money going out will be in any activity that we need to perform will be under sales that has anything to do with money coming into the organization. Okay. And then if we go on down to purchases, this will be in the drop down there, click it. This will have something to do with any money going out of the business.
Purchases is out, sales is in.
Yeah, this is purchases. So this is
Right.
any bills or anything that is going to take place, vendors, your products and services. So we have to kind of, where we are right now is setting up the system, the accounting system. So when we do have transactions coming in, it knows exactly where to go. Now click that one that you're on that says accounting. So accounting is actually where the work takes place. So transactions that are come in from the bank, we have to put them in the proper chart of accounts, which we're going to go to in a few minutes. Reconciliation is what happens at the end of the month to make sure that you're matching all transactions with the bank and all transactions that you've actually entered into into Wave. So then once they are matched, that Wave and the bank is matching and it's reconciled, then we can close out that month, but not before. We have to make sure everything's in the chart of accounts. So let's click the chart of accounts. Go right up underneath reconcile to chart of accounts. All right, did I lose you?
Craig?
What happened to you, Craig? Yoo-hoo. Where'd you go?
I'm here.
Okay.
That's step one.
Okay. So go up to where it says chart of account. Okay. All righty. This is the most important part of an accounting system. This is it tells when you go to post in your transactions, it has to know where it's supposed to go, because each one of these items at the top, there's 5 columns up there: assets, liabilities, income, expenses, and equity. Each one of these land on some financial report, and you want to always make sure that you're posting in the transactions to the right account so it will get to the right financial statement. Okay, so assets. So it starts with the assets, and that assets are anything to do with anything that has value. So that's cash, that's accounts receivable, that's any services or that generates revenue, income, and it all goes under assets, and everything in the asset column will then appear on the balance sheet. Okay, so the way Wave does it is cash and bank means you could have cash on hand, which could be a petty cash account. It could be so you're selling advertisement. Like in the case of my business, I have my income categories broken down based upon how the services that I deliver. So I have one for bookkeeping, I have one for training, I have and then I have one for coaching, If I had products like a book or something, I would have one for books. So any way I generate my revenue coming in, I want to track each individual line item because it tells me how I'm doing in any of those cases. Now, in your case, you are going to generate revenue based upon selling. Tell me how you're generating revenue.
Selling digital cards and generating ad revenue on those cards.
Okay, so two separate income revenue streams, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let's go and let's add the digital card. So where it says add the account, new account, it's blue with a,
Mhm.
there you go, click that.
Right.
Anything blue is a hyperlink. So here we want to put digital cards. Or is it this
Card sales?
Yeah, yes. Now we're also looking at this as not just you doing it. At some point, you might want somebody to do it. So a chart of account should be designed so anyone that has accessibility to the accounting system can go right there and know that's exactly what you mean. So we go digital business card sales, maybe. Because you know what it is, but if you were hiring somebody, they might not know what it is.
Right.
Okay. So, and these are very, very important, and they're not usually interchangeable. So it's through the US dollar. It doesn't have no account number. In that description, you could put the sale of digital cards. Okay, now you can say save. There you go. And save when you're ready. Now you see you have a new line item. Okay. Then we want to add another account, which would be advertising sales, right? So click that again. And if that's going to be the exact same in the description, you can copy it and paste it in the description. Accounting should not take a long time. Bookkeeping should not take a long time. It should be as easy as possible so that you will continually to do it. All righty. So those would be our two items. When revenue is being generated, it's going to be either posted to either one of those two accounts. Okay.
Okay.
You know what? One more, do one more count because there's something that I want to do here.
Okay.
Just say income accounts or sales. Yeah, sales. Yeah, there you go. No description on this one, just
Income
type.
sales account, is that what we were saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I wanted to have a header. Okay, then save. No, you don't have to do description. Just say save. Now go back to the advertising. Go back to the advertising account first. And go to that little pencil and edit. Under right by the account name, put sales income sales account. So in front of it, not behind it, in front of it.
In front of it.
Because what we're doing is creating a sub account.
Income sales account.
And a hyphen.
Yes.
Yes, now save it.
Okay.
So we want it to fall up underneath that income sales account. And we want to do the same thing for the digital.
So we want to call this an income sales account.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All righty. And then, okay. So now when we go to run a report, as you'll see later on, this is cash on hand. We do need to, you know what? Let me see. I did something a little different. Wait. Bank cash. We do need to add the Chase Bank account here. So let's go to add a new account.
I don't have the Chase Bank account for Las Vegas digital card, not the number.
That's okay. We just want to
Okay.
add the Chase Bank account.
Okay, got it.
So just click new. Go back to that new account. Right here, that blue.
Here.
And then we're just going to put, so is this going to be the checking account for the business checking account? You can put the last four, well, you don't know what the account is, but when you come back and do get that, then you'll be able to put the last four, but you can say this will be the business checking account.
Business checking account, yes.
And if you're going to have a savings account for it, you can add that there as well.
Okay.
And then, yeah, and then you can save that. So when you come back in, when you do get that account, it would be a good idea to be able to put the 4 digits of the account number at the end. So you'll know if you have multiple accounts, which one is for,
Okay.
what's the differences, because
Put
that
a
will
dash in the last 4 numbers
right
here, and then I could add any other additional accounts the same way.
Yes,
and use
exactly.
that to differentiate. Got it.
Okay, so save that.
Okay.
Okay. So money and
Go
just
back,
so
and I'm going to remind myself.
so you can actually just put a hyphen there and maybe put 4 X's. All right, there you go. So you know you're going to go in and make that correction. Okay. Then if this would have a savings account or a credit card, which we'll be putting those in the right places, we would do everything the exact same way.
Okay, so let me do that. Let me put in a savings account, right? Business savings account.
So you might want to put business before savings.
Right. Business savings account, hyphen. And then I should also put a credit card account.
Credit card's gonna be in a different place.
Okay.
Okay. So you can just cancel that.
Yeah.
All righty. In fact, I did make a little error there. See where it says the income account? We're gonna move those out of the way. So we're gonna move those to another section. So let's go back and edit those. This should just be the cash account.
Income sales account?
Yeah, so we're gonna change this. Just archive that account. See that little button right there? It says up above, it says prevent. Yeah, now save.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do the same for the other 2 because they're gonna go in a different place.
Okay, cash on here?
Cash stays.
Okay.
I'll click that.
Sales account. Archive.
Yeah.
And
then the same thing with that one. So generally in this particular area, there's, whatever banking, money receiving account that you will have for this account, then it's going to show under cash and bank account. Cash on hand would be a petty cash account. You probably won't use it, but we'll leave it there. It's a default account. Money in transit means that if by any chance you were using a PayPal account or a Stripe account. And you could actually add them there, because if money is going back and forth in the bank account from a PayPal, and then the money's coming in through PayPal, then you're transferring over to bank, we need to be able to track the paper trail, so to speak, of
Yeah.
any money, and it has to have an account that it can attach to, because if not, it just sits out there uncategorized. So that's what money in transit. You may not do that. It doesn't matter. It's just part of the system, the way it's set up. Okay.
I use PayPal. Of course, I'm going to be using Wave as the financial services, as the biller of.
Okay.
But
Yeah. So some people.
I also keep PayPal active.
Okay. So
that's where a PayPal account would go, money in transit.
Yeah, that's where because nothing really is happening in there. All the transactions is usually happening within the principal account. So PayPal just transfers in. Now you can use money in and out over there, but the proper way to probably do it is to have it's still going to come through the bank account, because that's where the money's coming from. Okay.
Okay. So this connects it to the bank account.
Yes, it does.
To the bank account. And you're saying it should be a one-way vessel with money coming in from PayPal. Money should not be going out to PayPal necessarily. Unless
you're going to transfer some money over there and just have it there in event that it's just your slush fund, could be your petty cash. But generally, now that we have every business is doing online, usually it's just a one-way transaction, but it could be a double transaction. Okay. Then the next one is, and here's the thing about a Wave, it speaks in unlike QuickBooks and other accounting system, it speaks in terminology of the normal end user, meaning the customer, the consumer, right? So it says expected payment from customers. So that is basically saying if you've invoiced a customer and they haven't paid you as of yet, or whatever the terms are that you set up for them to pay you, then it would fall under an account, which is an asset called accounts receivable. So we don't do anything with account receivable because it's a default. So once we create our first invoice and it's housed there and the client has not, or the customer has not paid as of yet, then it's being recorded as accounts receivable, meaning that it's going to be paid at some point based upon the terms that you've established with your customers. Okay, so you don't have to do anything there, because it's going to do it itself when we create our first invoice. Now come on down, scroll down. Inventory is another asset account, and inventory would primarily be anything. If you were selling products, t-shirts, watches, whatever, and you actually had the products on hand, then that's an asset. That means that you're going to exchange that for money and for some sort of monetary value. So on the balance sheet, that shows that these are your assets. So you would plug that in, whatever that asset was. So let's take you outside of this digital, so that you'll make you guys understand what they mean by inventory. So Craig, you have multiple multiple income generating buildings, right? So each one of those buildings and each one of those units would be have a monetary value to it. So you would actually add that inventory under the units under there. And that would be the value. Now under property, plant, and equipment, I
said, that's interesting. I can use this to manage my business account, my real estate account as well.
Yes, you can. You can set up a whole nother account.
Inventory are the units.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
All right. And then the property, equipment, and plant is anything that has a value over $600 that is considered an asset. So the actual building itself, not the units, the building itself has a value to it, right? So you would plug that in. So what we're doing on this page is building your balance sheet.
Right.
Okay, so anything that has a monetary value over $600.
Even though the assets are separate from the corporation, this, I should claim it here because this is going to go towards generating the balance sheet calculations.
But that's a different company though, right?
Yeah, the real estate company is a different company.
Yeah, so that would be, you would have to set up your real estate company.
Okay, so this would only apply
This
to
would-
the
the
property,
digital.
plant, and equipment held by this business.
Yes,
Got it. Okay.
okay.
Keep them separate. Mhm.
You keep them separate, no commingling.
Mhm.
And then depreciation and amortization, generally what happens is at the end, your accountant would calculate what that is, and then we would journal those numbers in. Okay.
Can we set up, why not set some of these up so that they're basically set up?
Well, we could, but not in the digital, not the Las Vegas digital. Do you have any inventory? Not yet, right?
Yeah, I have some inventory, which is,
Well, the cards, but the cards are not physical, so the cards are digital.
well, the cards, the digital cards come with a physical plastic card that allows it to be used to transfer the digital card from phone to phone.
Oh, so then you could add a card, the physical digital, and then does it have a value to it?
Well, yeah, it's a physical asset. It is sold with the digital card. So when a client buys a digital card, they get two of these plastic, what we call radio cards, NFC cards, that have the digital card loaded onto them with an antenna that will transfer the card to another cell phone. Okay.
Oh, okay. So if you had 100 of those, or
Which
I
I
mean,
do.
whatever, yeah, then you could add that in. You can add that account,
Okay.
and then you would track every time you send one of those cards out to a new client, then you would deduct that card from the inventory, and then you would have the balance. And so this keeps a running track, and you can track it by number sequences. You have to think about that, how you want to track that number, the last four numbers. How do you want to track it so that you can take that number, add that number, last four digits probably, to that particular client, so you know exactly who's getting what.
Right.
So that's how you would set that up.
The cards do not come with a tracking number on them, but we can always.
You can create something that will help you track it. So, because you would want to be able to track to make sure that, especially it has some sort of digital chip to it, that and maybe when you get in your invoice that comes with however you got it, did you have to pay for it?
No, I pay for the individual digital card when it's created. They just forwarded me a supply of the other cards, and they're providing me the ability to program those just to take a little bit of burden off of them and show me some more features of the software on my end.
So you will have to come up with some sort of sequencing.
I'll come up
tracking.
with an inventory system.
Yeah, and then you will plug that in. So we can do that at a later date. But yeah, because you do want to be able to track it. All righty. So everything in here, as we've spoken, is some sort of tracking of money that is coming into the account. So vendor prepay would be if you prepaid insurance, and it would sit there until you applied it as a expense. But if you prepaid it, then And let me give you a better explanation of this so that it's transferable. You have rental units, your client, your tenants pay your security deposit. That security
Mhm.
deposit is held on the balance sheet until it is returned to the tenant based upon whatever terms and contractual agreements that you have with them. But basically, you have money sitting in a trust somewhere or some account that at some point is going to go back to them once they move out of your building. But in the meantime, that is how you're saving. You're keeping record of how much each tenant has paid in a. What are you doing?
Okay.
Oscar was thinking the same thing. Like,
You
what's
can't leave him
happening?
for one moment. You can't leave him for one more moment, Crystal.
He's going off somewhere else. What are
I
you?
did. I was trying to put my my earpiece on. Not a
Okay.
problem. I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome.
So that's what that would be. Then this other short term is any taxable taxes that you're recovering. Maybe the IRS owes you a refund or you overpaid. So that's what these all are. And you can fill them in as you go along. So that is all of our assets. So right now, those are the only accounts we need to set up because that's all we have. So let's go back up to the top.
Okay.
So now let's jump over to the liability and credit cards.
Okay.
So if there will be at some point credit cards that will be dedicated to Las Vegas digital cards, then you would set it up here.
And that could include debit cards also, right?
More credit cards, more if there's you're charging stuff and then there's going to be some sort of liability balance on the card.
How do you handle debit cards?
Debit cards is just part of the banking
Cash
account.
flow. Because that's almost like, well, you know,
it's just an accessibility to the bank account, but it's not. It's an accessibility to the bank account. That's just how you get money in and out of it, or money out of it. Actually,
yeah, but how do we track? So until the business gets a credit card, it's going to use a
debit card, which is
debit card.
Right,
and
but it's
those
not.
Purchases are going to go under not credit card.
No, they'll still be banking transactions.
Okay.
Yeah, just banking transactions.
Yeah.
If at some point you get a line of credit for the bank for this particular business, then you could add that there. Any payments, accounts payable, these are bills that would be paid, and I'll show you what that looks like once we get to that part. You have a service-based business, so there's no sales tax, but if there was, you were selling an actual product that was taxable, then we would set up the sales tax, and then every quarter it would generate the report that you needed to report to. But you in Vegas don't have sales tax, so that would never apply to you anyway. But in the state of California, it does. Okay, so that's our liability.
Vegas has sales tax.
Oh, okay. They do.
We don't have state tax, but we got sales tax.
Oh, okay. So do you, when you sell a product, you pay taxes on and the business owner would have to pay some board of equalization?
It's a question of whether or not, well, a retail business collects sales tax.
Right.
You know, a store, you know, a normal business collects sales tax when they're selling products.
Okay. All righty. I thought it was.
Question is whether or not we're selling a service, and because we're selling a service,
You don't have
that
any.
excludes us from sales tax.
Exactly.
So I gotta ask that question. I gotta make sure.
I have
Okay.
a question.
Yes.
Okay, so Craig, if we're selling merchandise, say we're selling books at a production, we charge sales tax on it? Or we said sell the book straight for $25?
Well, I think, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, Oscar, but I'm going to assume that, first of all, if you're selling something retail, that transaction that you just described, technically you should have a city of Nevada sales license, you know? I'm pretty sure. And if you have a city of Nevada sales license, then you are liable to collect and pay taxes. I think that's how that works. I'm gonna look into that and find out.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I thought one of the caveats of living in Las Vegas is you don't have sales tax.
No, you don't have state tax. You don't have
Oh, okay.
state sales tax.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
But Nevada, city of Las Vegas, county of Clark, they have a 8.9% sales tax.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then, yeah, then you would have to be if you were selling a product, then you would have to set up that with the Nevada. In California, it's the Board of Equalization, but in Nevada, it would be whatever that would be. All
Yeah.
right, so let's go back
That's
up
the
to
difference between California having a state tax and Nevada not having a state tax.
exactly.
So in other words, the local taxes go to the local municipalities. They don't share that with the state.
Okay. Okay. All righty. So let's jump over to the income. So now we can add those income accounts that we had there. So now the first two, assets and liabilities and equity, any transactions relating to those three will all show up. We call them AID, assets, assets, liabilities, and equity all show up on a balance sheet. Income and expenses all show up on your P&L, your profit and loss statement. So let's go to we're at our income. So these are any sales or of any products that you're going to generate for your from your consumers, from your customers. So now let's go add and we don't have to do anything different. We're just going to go in and go digital business card, and it will set it up in the right place. Okay. And you can actually put in that description, the sale of digital business cards for individuals and business owners.
Sales of digital business cards to individuals and business owners. Got it. Oh.
Okay. And then the next cell would be your advertising.
Advertising sales.
So we just have to take that S out of, there you go.
Add sales to individuals and owners and business owners.
Okay, we just a period.
Yep. So,
All righty. So now we have our two sales accounts. And on ways that we're going to generate income. Now, if you add on more to this down the line, you can just add in new accounts.
okay.
Discount probably won't apply to you, but if so for some reason a business owner was discounting, having a sale, they would put that here because that still would be income. It's just they're not receiving it. But when they report, it might be an in-kind or it might be a 25% discount, whatever that is. That's what that means.
Well, right now we are promoting a 50% discount off the purchase of the digital card for the first year as an introductory promotion. Should we categorize that discount there?
Yeah, you would categorize that. It would be the 50% discount. If you click onto that question mark, it kind of explains exactly. Come out of this one just for a second so you can see what that looks like. Up above next to discount. So you track the discounts.
You track discounts you've given to customers so that you can determine if you are giving too many discounts. Discounts reduce your income, which is why it will be shown as a negative on the profit and loss report. Okay, so in the first year, since we are doing a 50 off discount as a promotional introductory offer, might not be a bad idea to show that as on our profit and loss as a loss, even though we're generating revenue from it. It's still profitable.
It's still profitable. So put that on.
But we could offset taxes with that, with the discount, right?
Yes. So then let's add that account.
Okay. So we'll call this 50% off introductory allowance in
sales promotion.
Okay. Just sales promotion?
Sales promotion, the 50% discount.
First year. Okay.
And you can just copy and paste that right down there in that bottom. Okay. All righty. Then other income would be, and every now and then we get some other.
Question. We have two discounts. We have a sales promotion, 50% discount on the business card, on the digital business card.
Okay.
We have a 50% discount to purchase an ad, or that's even a 75% discount.
Okay, so then you want to add that sales promotion there.
Okay. Billboard ads first year. All right. Okay,
All righty. So those are your two promotions that you will track.
right.
All righty. So the rest of them, other
So
income
if we
is,
were gonna offer never mind. I didn't want to go there.
okay.
Sorry.
If you were actually, every now and then we receive some income that has absolutely nothing to do with the business that we're in, but it's money that came in. This is what this account would be. Most of the time they're one-offs. I used those a lot this year for clients that received a PPP, a forgiveness loan, and the grants, because it has nothing to do with the business, but it is money being generated. Money was provided for on the behalf of the company. So that's what we would add that. So that will be something that could happen down the line. And we just add that account when that situation arises.
Question, Crystal.
Mhm.
I hear pros and cons. Some people say those PPP loans are still available, and some people say they aren't. What do you know about
PPP is gone.
it? Uh-huh.
Idle is a loan. It's still around, but about to run out. But there are some other grants that are out there right now that are still coming, and they call those post-pandemic to help you get restarted. So there's quite a few of those floating around. And each state has their own program. So when they received the monies from the federal government, then some of those monies were passed down to each state to distribute it as they wanted to. Some, like the state of California, has this comeback grant, which is in the city of Los Angeles, but each city may have something different.
Mhm.
But the city of Los Angeles has what they call the comeback grant. Las Vegas could have something like that, but generally they come with a stipulation that your business needed to be set up and established in 2019 or definitely in 2020
Mhm.
in order to apply for it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the controversy, but the PPP money is gone.
Okay. I will talk to my banker about that.
Okay. All righty. So now what happens is scroll down a little bit down to the bottom where it says uncategorized income. So what's going to happen is when we go over to look at the transactions for that came in from your bank, they're 88%, I already see it, have been completely uncategorized because they don't know where to put them. So it's going to be our job to go in and put them in the right line item, and so that they will be represented in the chart of accounts, and then after that would be represented on a financial report. Okay.
Okay, so in other words, this is where we stash stuff that
we have no idea where we
no idea where it's going to go in the chart of accounts at this time. But before we run any reports, we have a chance to come back and disperse this into other accounts.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. So now let's scroll back up to the top. So we've done assets, we've done liabilities, and we've done income. So our next one is expenses. So this is pretty much a given. So the reason it asked you what kind of company, what kind of business you're in, so that it could set up some generic chart of accounts. So this is just to really get a business started. But as you go along, you might want to set up some other accounts as transactions come in. But these are pretty much your generic, typical business expenses that every business has. And then there will be some that's very specific to the business itself. So pretty much those are all just.
And you can still add those down at the bottom.
And you can still add those down there and things like that. If you were in business and you actually had a product and you had raw materials, then you would also be able to set up your cost of goods here. But
I think we should be able to benefit from that. I mean, even though we're calling our business a service business, goods sold, we're selling
Yeah, but usually
This applies to physical goods, right?
yeah, to raw anything that has raw materials. If I was if it was dressmaker, I would have to
Right.
put I would be putting my materials there, my fabrics, my threads, my whatever's, my appliques, my zippers. I could put labor there. So that's an interesting, if you're gonna have, let's say you had a sales force, they were kind of like affiliates or
Independent
something,
contractors.
independent contractors, so to speak, and their sole purpose was getting you to the customer that you need in order to purchase. You could use cost of labor here.
Okay,
Oh,
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, what if you have, I do production, so what if I pay my music director and my cast, I can put that there?
Yes, that would be for you, because in order for you, so the best way to look at cost of goods is, can you deliver the product without the materials, without the labor? That's the best way to look at that. So yes, you could, if you're doing a production and you need these individuals, they would fall under labor. You need these individuals in order to produce that music or that film, then they would come under cost of labor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All righty. So that would be our transactions. Now let's scroll back up to the top, and we will amend these as we go through, especially since we have transactions. So now let's go to our equity. So equity means that you as the owner are going to have certain investments. You're going to have, to start this business, you invested money, or would have or will be investing money to get the business moving until you actually start to generate revenue, right? So we're going to add an account here that says owner's investment. Okay. That's going to be whatever you've invested in this business to get it off the ground, to get it launched. Okay. So you might want to put a, so then you can copy and paste that down in the description and save that.
Okay.
Then the next one is owners, what do we call it? Owners pay and let me see. Let me get the right. Owners pay and personal expenses. So this is actually any money that you are taking out of the business for whatever your expenses are. So this would be kind of like you're taking the profits. So you write a check to yourself in whatever amount, and then you take that check and deposit it into your own personal account. So there's no commingling of personal and investment. Oh, actually, it already had it there. Oh, I didn't see it there. Huh.
I think I just added it. I don't know how I got there twice, but.
Okay, let's remove one of them so we won't be confused. Let's remove that second one. Just archive it. I didn't see it there, so that's weird. Okay. All righty. So those would be, so this is actually the equity part of it. This also lands on the on the balance sheet. So those are the three accounts. And then the retained earnings is the profit, and it automatically does that in the background as you are plugging in your business. Okay.
Got it.
Now, is Oscar a common share in this business endeavor you guys are doing?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
So if that's come to pass, then you would want to have owner investment CW and owner investment Oscar. And then if he's going to give him any pay out of that or any of that profit, you would set up another owner pay and personal expenses, and that would be for him. So that's how you distinguish the two. Okay. But that's what you guys are planning on doing. And I would highly suggest you have a partnership agreement to do that.
Absolutely. Crystal, with the time remaining, can we focus on the invoicing
Yes.
features of the software?
Yeah. So go up to sales.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to be setting
Recurring
up recurring invoices, right? So
Yes.
click that.
Yes. Okay.
So what you're going to do is click that blue button. You would put, now the invoicing can have, you can customize it to your logo.
Right.
So you would upload that there. You can have a summary there. You don't have to have a summary. Then you would come down, you'd add your client's customer information. So click on add customer so I can show you how that works.
Mm-hmm.
So you put the customer name in. So let's just, do anybody's customer, any name.
Okay, let's say Westside Oasis.
Okay. And then you would put their email information there.
Okay.
If you had one.
Right.
Because that would be very important when you send that out. Their phone number, their contact name, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? So
Right.
let's save that. Next, you'll come back and put the email address in there.
Right.
So save.
Oh, didn't want to go to billing? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Well, wait, yeah. Because you're going to be actually sending them a physical card, right? So you can, currency would probably be US right now. Eventually, I'm sure you might be thinking of doing this. Just put, US dollar.
Do crypto?
Well, eventually.
Is that what you're thinking about?
Well, at some point.
Yeah,
so then you would put in all of their contact information, their mailing address, billing address, because you are going to be shipping them a card.
Right.
And then that's pretty much go under more. You could put in some more details, their website, anything that you think would help you in closing this sale and being able to track that information. So just save that.
Okay.
So we got Westside, right?
Right.
And then in that page would be all their contact. Then over here, it's going to self-generate a invoice. The date is going to self-generate. Then you tell it, if they are to pay this on receipt, go to the right-hand side with that drop-down menu. So here is where you set up the terms.
Right.
When you expect them to pay you.
Got
right. And the reason this is so important is because it's what really activates the accounts receivable part.
Okay.
Okay. So whatever that date is, then it starts to count from there when an invoice is past due. And then you can go back and as you get further down that list of past due, then your request for payment becomes more aggressive each time. So that's very important. Okay. Then over here, enter a item name. So we're going to call it the digital business card.
Excuse me.
Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. Business card. Okay. Then whatever, if they're getting one, then you would do that and whatever that price would be.
Right.
So put that price in, let's say that price $25.
No, $75.
Okay, so that price, put it over here where it says price. Up there in that box.
Got it.
75, right?
Right. Mhm.
But down here, we're providing them with a discount, right? No sales tax. So
Yes,
this one is where then we'd have to see whatever that sales, was it sales promotion 50%?
right.
So that would be what would go into that one.
So we put in here 50% discount.
Uh-huh, the sales promotion for 1 year.
And then that would be $75.
Mhm. Or no, that would be a minus, it's a percentage, right?
Yeah. The actual cost of the digital business card is $150 per year.
Okay,
That's
all
the
right.
logo.
Oh,
So
per year.
$75 represents the 50 off, you know?
Okay, all righty. All right. Then we would come on down.
So just make a note of the 50% off here.
Yeah, let me see for QuickBooks actually generates their own. Let me see what this guy does up here. It should. I think we have to set it up in products and services. Hold on. Let's exit out of this for a minute, Craig, and let's actually set that up under. So go scroll down and then cancel this. Go down.
Cancel.
It doesn't give us a cancel. Okay, we're not going to save it. Just jump right over here to products and services for a real quick minute. Because we need to set up that discount. So let's add a product. It's on the blue side, the blue button on the right-hand side. So now let's make that the digital business card. Okay. And you can just copy and paste that. Okay. Price is $150, right? Yes. Okay, so let's put that 150
per year.
Okay, just put the 150 and we'll that'll be part of your sales piece.
Got it.
Yeah, we want to allow this product to be added to the invoice. So click that button right there. Income account is the sale. Yeah, there you go. And then come on down. And we're not buying, we're not doing that. Then scroll down and we want to save it. There's no sales tax, right? Then let's do the same thing for the advertisement piece.
Under add a product. Billboard ad.
Okay.
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 That is $100.
Okay.
Okay. So we sell this. No. Again, we don't do that, right?
Yeah, we actually now tell it where that's going to go.
Oh,
Click.
okay.
Click.
Advertising.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Advertising sales. That was right. Right?
Let's click that again. Yeah. Let's make sure it was what we wanted. Click that again. Yeah, advertising sales.
If 74. Oh, that's the sales
that's
promotion.
going to be the next one.
But here, okay,
yeah.
here. Advertisement sales. That's right.
Right. Okay. So
right.
We're good. Scroll down and let's save that.
Okay.
Now we need to create another one that shows that discount.
So that's digital business card.
That's the promotional one, right?
Yeah. Well, both of them are promotional. The advertisement is promotional as well. So the digital business card.
So that's up, but we want to put up here that this is the sales promotion for 1 year. That's what goes into that detail.
Okay.
Because that's different than the it's the promotion because you're giving them a discount.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Digital business card promotion at 50 off.
And then in the details, it should say that that's a promotion for 1 year.
Right.
Okay. Here we put a negative 0.50. Put a hyphen, then 0.50.
Right.
All right. So, and then you're selling that. And then our income department is going to be the digital. No.
Another one. This one.
Yes, that one.
Sales promotion at 50 off. Right.
Okay. Then you scroll down and save that one.
Right.
And then we do the same thing for the
billboard ad. At 75% off first year.
And then put that as a negative, whatever, 75%.
Yeah. Do I put percent or just negative 75?
Negative 0.75.
0.75. So this.
And then that goes to the second. There you go.
Right.
All right. Now we save that. Now we can go create the reoccurring invoice.
Okay.
So go up to reoccurring. Create reoccurring. Now we could go and say add the client again, the West Side, because we didn't, I think we saved it. Let's go up to add customer. It should give us West Side. No, but our West Side's already there. And then I'll go down to items.
Here?
Yeah, it says where it says add an item.
Add item, right?
We should be able to, it's below it. See it. There you go. And then you will go over to the side of this. And hold on. So then we want to add another item because we have the $100, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't reflect it's actually 25. We got to reflect the 75.
Right. So we got to go add another item the second income account is going to be the 75%. Come down to the second record. Yeah.
Right. Got it.
And then that should give us, it's not doing what we needed it to do. It should be $25, right?
Well, what it did was it took 75 cents off.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see.
So we got to get rid of the zero here.
Right. So,
Right.
yeah. and take the period off. And put the 75 behind it. There we go.
Yeah,
And we'll go in and adjust
now
that.
we're at 25. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you could either scroll to the bottom to save it,
Right.
and that would be the invoice for them.
Okay, now, how do I let Wave know that I want them to collect this $25 every month?
Okay, so number 2.
Uh-huh.
So we tell it that this is the
Monthly.
month and the first day,
Day.
and then created the first invoice whenever that
Start date.
you got to invoice the first one yourself.
Right.
Now this is actually, if you're charging them, let me ask this question. So is the discount applying for every month, right? So they're gonna be
Yes.
paying
For
$25
the first year. So then I have to put the end.
You got to
date
put the
in here.
end date right there.
Right.
Right.
So if I'm starting at 12/1/21, and it's got to end on
12/1/22.
no 11. It's got to end on 11/30/22.
22. So
Right.
you have to change the drop down for 2021. Go back and right there to 2022.
Right. And that's one full year.
Yeah, that's one full
So
year.
in other words, it's telling them that that's the last month that they will be billed the $25.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So then let's go next.
Okay.
Right there, the blue button.
Los
Oh.
Angeles. What does that mean?
Created in your case, it'll be Vegas.
Oh, this is a time zone.
Yeah.
So this would be US Western or Pacific. US.
Yeah, so you're in the same time zone we're in, Pacific, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then next. No, go back up. Next.
Huh?
Yeah. Then
The end date cannot be.
because
earlier than
we
the
didn't
start
save
date.
that date.
I didn't
That's
save
just-
the 22.
Yeah. Go down and see if it lets you save it or something. Does it let you save it? Let's see if you can actually just put 22 in there. Just physically put it in there. See what happens. Take that one out. Yep. Okay. Now it should be. Okay. Now we can go back up and save that again. Then it's going to ask you for the credit card information, and then you would enter
Card
that.
details.
You would have to request that.
Yeah.
Now, and then you would save that. Now, I would suggest that you make sure on the invoice, you might come up with some sort of, and we'll have to find what that security information is to let people know that their credit card information is safe, right? So don't know if the company has something preset already. If not, you can find some legal verbiage that will say that their card is going to be safe.
Right. That we do not share information and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you put their card number in, and so every month it will automatically charge that save card.
Now here's the snafu. You ask a person to give you their card number, the expiration, their CVV, name on the card, and the zip code address. They are less reluctant to do that than to swipe it into something.
Well, you won't be able to have an automatic if it's a swipe. That means if it's a swipe, you got to reach out to them on a regular basis.
Huh?
If it's a swiping situation, you have to reach out to them and have them do that manually each and every time, or sending them an invoice that will.
We'd have to do it the first time to set up the account.
Right. So you will ask them while you're speaking to them.
Right.
And what their card number is. And right. I don't know if you'll be physically seeing them or it will be an online process. Then at that point, you would send them the invoice that they actually could pay to through the system. And then after that, you could actually say, now we're going to keep your card number, card information on file, and this will take care of every month.
Yeah, I'm creating a monthly recurring agreement, you know?
Right. Okay. So once that happens, they'll provide you with that number. And then once you put that number in, you guys have an agreement.
Right.
And, but the system it doesn't have the ability for them to swipe a card. It just has, it's going to automatically charge them just like you do. If you have something set up, you give them that card number when you first sign up, and then you indicate that you want it to be automatic or you want it a manual. So if you switch to manual payments, then that means you got to send it. You're going to be sending that invoice out every month, but I don't think that's what you want to do.
No. I want Wave to just ding them.
Right. And this is what they're going to do.
Send it to my account.
Yeah. And that's exactly what they're going to do with this screen, but
Right.
they can't swipe it. It has to be an automatic electronic transaction that happens every month the same way.
Right.
Okay. But that's
Right.
how you would do that. And once you put that in there, that card information in there, then it's going to go to the next, and then it was there. And then if you scroll down.
Yeah, see, because we've already put it here, that set schedule.
Right.
And then we request to put in the credit card information. Boom, then we save the card information.
And then at that point, they're going to send that invoice.
Invoice that gets sent.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And what is the process of having Wave collect this and put it into my business account?
Okay, so now go down to accounting on the left-hand side. We're not going to save that card because we don't have a card. Right. And go to transactions, do the down arrow, right? And then transactions. Once it's been processed, did we connect the bank on this one?
Upload a bank statement, connect the bank.
Go back up. I don't think we're in the right one. Go back up to the left-hand side and scroll up all the way up. Says where's digital Vegas.
Right.
All right. Let's click that first one. No, not create. No. Create a new one. Go up to the first one that's not checked.
Okay.
This one I think has the bank account set up to it.
And then go back to accounting.
Yeah, there we go.
And then go to transactions. Okay. Yeah, this is the one with the bank account attached.
So scroll down. In green, go back up. Scroll up just a little bit for me. There was one that showed come down just slowly. All those in black are transactions that are coming out of the account.
Right.
Come down. That green right there, go back up, means money coming in.
Green one. I don't see any.
Color. You see the color in the amount?
Oh, yeah, over here. Got it.
Yeah. So that's telling you money is coming into the account. Then what you have to do is first couple of times, you will have to distinguish what money is, where it's supposed to go. So it actually says it uncategorized expense and uncategorized income. And I think that click this uncategorized. I think we were in the wrong account when we set up those accounts. Go down. No, come down to where the 3,000 is. All right, this is fine. Click that where it says uncategorized. So what it's going to ask you is a couple of things. It's going to ask you, was this a payment received because an invoice was sent through Wave? then if that was the case, we're not going to do it with this one because this is actually a real transaction. If
Right.
that was the $25 that came in, then
Right.
we would click that. And then
Right.
what Wade will do is match the invoice that we created to the $25 that came in through the bank.
Got it.
And that's how it makes the distinguishing factors.
Okay.
Okay. But what we did do though, because we had that other account set up, but you're going to that second account, you're going to actually attach the real bank account to that one, right? This account here is for what business?
This is crossed over. This is my Delmon business under Las Vegas Digital Card, but I'll switch that over.
Okay, so we actually put the chart of accounts in that second account, in that second one. Is that going to be the one that you're going to open up a new bank account for, the second one that you created?
Yes.
And you're going to change the name to the right name?
Yes.
Okay, so then
Well, it has the right name. It's named Las Vegas Digital Card.
This one should be changed.
This
then.
one is the one I got to change because
Okay.
it's under Las Vegas Digital Card, but it's showing the bank account that's connected is the wrong bank account.
Okay, so then
When I originally set this wave information up, I had Thelmom LLC in here. So I just need to go back up here and change this from Thelmom LLC from Las Vegas Digital Card to Thelmom LLC, and then this banking information will be correct.
okay, and then the
But I got to
second
figure
one.
out how to do that. You got any suggestions on that?
Yeah, so go over here to let's look at let's see. Let's go back up to, we're here. Let's look over at more. Over here. Let's see if it's gonna let us. No. Let me see how we change that. Hold on one second. So we can change that now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my mouse to work. So go over to see how we're gonna make a change.
Excuse me, Craig, Crystal.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to sign off. I'm gonna have to go to work.
Okay. Well, it's nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you, Crystal. I really enjoyed the webinar here. Craig, brother Craig, we'll talk later. Thank you, brother. I learned a lot.
Oh,
all right,
good.
you have a good one.
All right, peace.
Call
All
me
righty.
later.
I will.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All righty. So Craig, go down to, let me see, I'm trying to see, make sure we got the right, no, not on the payroll. No, that's not one. Let's go see if we can change it from here. It's gotta be up here. Let me see, where do I send you over to fix this? It's got to be the launch pad because that's where it shows up. Here, let me just do a quick. Changing name, correct, editing. Okay, so at the top, click on businesses. So hold on, let me see. Click on the business name at the top left, manage your profile. Oh, okay, so click this name, manage your profile. Okay, so go over here to, we're on the digital, and then go down, click onto that name up at the left-hand side. And then it says manage profile.
Right.
Then businesses. And then go over for that first one, edit. And now put in the whatever the correct name should be.
We're good. Let me see, save.
Okay. And then let's make sure we got the right one. So just click on digital card, and it should click. When you click it, it should show. Let's go over to the dashboard. Oh, wait. Oh, no, go back up here on this side. Go back where it says tell mom on the left-hand side in the gray
Right.
box. Let's go up and let's click the, open that up. Let's do the, there, let's click the Las Vegas digital on this side.
Okay.
All righty, click that. Okay, so this is the one that you need to add the bank account to.
Got it.
Okay,
Good. So we separated those.
yep, we separated those.
Thank you.
All righty.
All right. Crystal,
Yes, sir.
been helpful.
Good.
Very much so.
All righty. So, so it's still you, I mean, we still gotta, once you get it, ready and you connect the bank account, then we can start, making sure that we accept, that we put the transactions in the right place. So there probably will be another meeting at some point once you get that set up.
How are you handling managing accounts on the Wave system? Could I get you to commit to get me off to a good start at the very least with a monthly fee or an hourly fee or however we can do it as I go through this transition of making sure these invoices get matched up with the credit card billings and those start flowing in, you know?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, let me get it set up and then we'll talk about that.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. So we'll make, because we don't want to, the way it gets set up is the way that it's going to work.
Absolutely.
And if
Set
we
up
don't,
is important.
if we don't set it up the proper way, then it's gonna get all commingled with some stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's what we want to do. All
Awesome.
righty. So that you got something, but you have a basic idea, right? And
yeah, I've got a very fundamental understanding of how it works, which
okay.
is all I could ask for on the first day.
Yeah.
Now I just got to start messing with it. I'm gonna get my bank account this week.
Okay,
And I'm gonna try to add it on myself, on my own.
okay, all
And,
right.
you know, software, you just gotta work with it.
Yeah, and the more familiar you come with it, and the more how often you're using it, it will come back to you. Because even I have to come back and play around with it from time to time, because if I'm not using it every day, and I don't use this one every day, but I train on it. So, I'll come back like, oh yeah, how did this go? So it just takes some time.
Well, training ain't using it. Training is different.
Yeah, training is training. I'm not using it on every day, but
Right.
one of the things I will say to you is when we first started, we will have to tell it when we go into those transactions. We will have to probably for the first month or two make sure it understands what this transaction is, because it's using a code from the bank. And so then when it comes into this system, we have to make sure it understands it goes to this line item. It goes to this line, and we can set up a rule to make sure that happens. So the first couple of times, we'll have to just kind of help it along. And then after the next 2 or 3 times, it will get the hang of what it's supposed to do.
Right. Now, last question. In setting up an invoice, say for a one-time sale of a digital card, not the recurring, but
So
the one-time.
Right. There's if you go over to the left-hand side where it says sales,
Mm-hmm.
and then it says invoices,
Right.
then say I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will just go up and create an invoice, and it'll pretty much be the same thing. But in this case, you put your customer in, but then this one might be just one time 150, right?
Exactly.
So then you would click this item.
Now I know how to do that. The question I was going to ask is, how do I generate this invoice to them digitally? I know I can print it.
So yeah,
once I finish the invoice, how can I send it to their email?
Well, once you send it, it's gonna scroll down a little bit. So once you fill out all the information, you'll preview it to make sure it says what you want right down here on the bottom, right? Then, here, when you go do this pay by credit card, you turn this on. See, come back down. See where it says require customer to agree to terms. So you turn that on.
Right.
And then you put some terms in there. So get some legalities in there.
Okay, learn more about how to do this. So I'll go there and come back.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
You might have to just go up to the wave tab. That's the next one. Then up at the top, but right there where it has the blue wave.
Yeah. Right here?
Oh, no, one more. There you go. Click that. Okay. So then let's go down. So you put your terms in, so you can turn it off, but just know that you have to do that.
Right.
Okay. And then see where it says the blue pill box at the bottom where it says save and continue.
Right.
Click the right side, that little drop down.
Right.
And save and send. It's going to send it to the email that you have on record.
Okay, perfect. Save and send.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I would save and record it first, then I would come back and save it and send.
Okay, that makes sense, because I wanted both.
Right, exactly.
So do the save and record first, and then that's recorded, and then the save and send is just,
yes, and then it will go out to them digitally. So just like that one you got from me.
Right.
And then it gives you ability to pay for it right there through that card.
Perfect.
Okay. Now remember, for Wave, they will the only thing that you pay for in their software is you're running payroll or collecting payments through their system. So it'll be I think it's 2.7 or 2.95 or something like that. No different than PayPal or any of the other ones out there. It's a pretty standard.
Yeah, it's doable on a $25 transaction. It's $1.02.
Right.
So that's doable. And that
And-
means it's gonna be $4.08 on $100.
Right, exactly. And
Yeah, so that's doable.
and because you don't want it, and people are more likely to pay this way than they are to pay if they have to send you an invoice. I mean, they
Exactly.
have to send you a check or however they're gonna pay, because everybody's using their cards these days.
Exactly. Got it.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
you are so welcome. Of course, if you have any questions, I just stopped to
Thank you,
share.
Bobby.
But if you have any questions, then you just need to let me know.
I'll have a bunch, and I will. For sure.
And
I will either text or email them to you so that you can respond at your leisure versus me calling you with questions all day.
Okay, and